I'm going to be showing you how to fix the Vizio M3D550SR with the black and white issue. So let's open it up and get started. When it comes to Vizio sets with black and white failures, the issue will always be due to the main board. Now, more specifically, this NAND chip over here will need to be replaced. So let's go ahead and do that. In order to remove the board, we'll need to remove all of the connectors and then the screws. There's only two of them that are a little tricky. I'm going to show you right now. And it's these two LVDS ribbons here and here. So this larger one, we're just going to pinch these sides here. And with my other hand, I'm going to help wiggle it out. Just like that. You want to be very gentle and careful because these wires are very thin and fragile. Now this one doesn't have those two side tabs. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this little tool to lift the edges. I'm going to work my way up a little bit on each side, going back and forth. There we go. We got the main board out of the TV and on our workbench, so let's start desoldering the NAND. And I'm going to start by adding a lot of solder to one of these sides. And I'm going to lift the chip with my tweezers as I am melting all of the solder on that left side. Got to be careful of this capacitor here. I almost knocked it off right now. Okay, so this side's loose. We're flipping the board over and doing the same thing to the other side. Start by adding lots of solder. Go back and forth. There we go. Using desolder wick, I'm going to clean up all the new solder I put on. And finally, a little cleanup with isopropyl alcohol and a Q-tip. So now we're going to install our new pre-programmed NAND chip. And it's a little offset. I'm going to push it over a little bit. I'm going to start by just tacking down one of the corners here. And it's not lined up perfectly, but that's okay. I'm going to add a little more solder here. So what I'm doing right now is I'm just lining it up, making sure it's perfect before I solder down more of the pins. And I think I'm pretty happy with that alignment. So I'm going to lock in a couple more here on the other side. And then a couple more here. So now it's locked in. We can go ahead and add some flux. And now we can make our joints nice and beautiful. Now I'm having a little bit of a hard time with that last little pin. I have a little solder that's stuck there. Can't get it out, so I'm going to use a little more of the desolder wick. All right, after zooming in a little bit more, I realized the reason I am having a hard time removing that solder is because I actually bent that very last pin and it's making physical contact with the second pin. So what I'm going to do is I'm using a very fine tip needle right now, and I'm going to try and push that last pin back out while melting the joint. There we go. There we go. That looks a lot better. And now let's do the other side. And on this side I have a lot of solder, so I'm definitely going to need to use the desolder wick to get rid of some of it. We're just going to zoom in a little more. All right, and all our joints look good. We'll go ahead and do a little cleanup. And now using my tool, I'm going to make sure that every pin is soldered in correctly. Okay, nothing's loose. And on the other side. All right, we're all set. So let's bring the board back to the TV and make sure everything's working. Main board's installed. I'm plugging in the Fire Stick, and let's see if we get our color back. Okay, it's detecting it. Hey, look at that. And now we have full color. If you found the video helpful or useful, leave us a like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.